Morning and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. We've been looking at what happened to the apostles, the legends and stories of what happened to the apostles after the Bible leaves them. And yesterday we looked at Andrew and Bartholomew. Today we're looking at two of the apostles who were both named James. And the first one we'll look at is called James, who is the son of Alphaeus, or also known as James the Minor. And he's minor only in that he doesn't seem to play quite as important a role as the other James we'll talk about in a moment. Interestingly, there is a hint in Mark 2, verse 14, that this James may have been Matthew's brother. In Mark 2:14, it says that Jesus saw Matthew, the tax collector, who was a son of Alphaeus. Well, that's also James's father's name. So it's possible they were brothers, but it is unlikely. Nowhere in any of the Gospels are these two paired like the other brothers that we know about among the disciples, like Peter and Andrew or James and John. Uh, this James and Matthew are never paired like that. In truth, we don't know much about him at all. One legend says that his body was thrown from the pinnacle of the temple and then sawed into pieces. So his symbol actually is, let's see, get it right, a saw to indicate the death by which he died. Then we turn to the other James, James the son of Zebedee, or the brother of John. This James happens to be the only apostle whose death is recorded in the Bible. In fact, he's the second martyr after Stephen. This coming Sunday, the Old Testament lesson is the death of the stoning of Stephen. And the second martyr after that was the disciple, the apostle, James. It's in Acts 12, 1 through 3, and it says that James was put to death by the sword. He must have been preaching boldly to be so singled out. Legend says that on the way to his execution, the guard was so impressed by James' courage that he begged forgiveness for the harsh treatment he had given James. And when James forgave him, he converted to Christianity and was beheaded with James. Now, this is the James, whenever you see Jesus had a little special group among his disciples, Peter, James, and John. This is that James, who, again, likely was preaching with such courage and conviction that he became the first of the apostles who was martyred. His symbol is shells, and that's because he used them at one point to drink water.